Have you ever looked at a big bowl of salad and asked yourself, would a glass of wine go well with a salad? Wine and salads can complement each other perfectly if you have the right strategy. And that's exactly what we are going to talk about in this video. My name's Tiffany. I help busy millennials stress less in their kitchen and get dinner on the table faster so they have more time and energy to enjoy life as they choose. Check out my link in the description below. Follow me on social media for daily tips, tricks, recipes, and inspiration. And while you're there, hit that subscribe button. I'm dropping videos like this every week, and I would hate for you to miss out on the next tip or trick shared right here inside my tasting room. Now in this video, we are going to discuss how to choose the best varietal for your greens by considering a few important factors. And then we'll take a look at some examples to put that knowledge to the test. But that's not all. Stick around until the end where I will share a quick, easy meal plan strategy to help you create your meal plan in minutes and get dinner on the table faster. Now, before we dive in on how to choose that correct wine that's going to complement your salad, I'm curious, what is your favorite salad dressing? Drop it in the comments below. I look forward to reading these and learning more about you and how we can work together to help you stress less in your kitchen. Now let's get started. So in order to create the perfect wine and salad pairing, we first need to consider the salad ingredients and the dressing and select a wine that has those similar flavors that are going to complement that salad instead of overpowering it. So when it comes to wine and those salad flavors, light-bodied wines are generally where you're going to start. Think a wine that is fresh, bright, and crisp. Something that's going to go well with a hot summer day on a patio with a book, some friends, good company, and great food. Now this is most often going to be a white wine or a rosé, but that is not always the case, which we'll get into that in a moment. Aged and complex red wines are typically too heavy, too tannic in flavor, and therefore they're going to overpower those salad flavors. But again, there's always an exception to that rule. Now, some examples of these light-bodied wine styles that are going to generally be those first ones to grab to go with a salad could be a Riesling, a Gewürztraminer, Pinot Grigio, a Frontenac Blanc, a Lambrusco, or a Pinot Noir. Now, those last two are on the red spectrum. As I said, there is always an exception to those rules. Now, after looking at those light-bodied wines, we also want to consider the dressing. Now, generally, dressings are going to be made up of oil, mustard vinegar. They're going to be tangy and generally acidic. So we want to have a wine that is equally acidic and matching those flavors. Now, as a general rule with wine pairing, you want to not only match the flavors, but you also want to match the countries. So say you're having a Greek or Mediterranean salad, you're probably going to go after a Greek or Mediterranean wine to complement those flavors. Since they come from the same region, they are going to complement each other for the most part. Now, before we dive into some examples just like this, I want to remind you to hit that subscribe button because I'm dropping videos like this every week, and I would hate for you to miss out on the next tip or trick shared right here inside my tasting room. Now, the first example that we are going to take a look at is a classic chicken Caesar salad. So generally in this Caesar salad, you're going to have some charred chicken, you're going to have a bowl of crisp romaine lettuce, and that classic Caesar dressing with flavors of anchovy. Now, to combine these flavors, we want a medium-bodied wine that is going to stand up to that classic Caesar dressing. Now, with the flavors of a white wine and to match the strongness of that dressing, I'd recommend having a white wine that is also aged in oak barrels. So some great options would be a Sauvignon Blanc or an oaked Chardonnay. Now, the second example is a Greek salad. So common ingredients are going to be salty, juicy olives, some sharp feta cheese, crisp romaine and greens, and typically that dressing is going to be very heavy on the olive oil, plus or minus some lemon juice. So focusing on that citrus aspect and the sharpness of the feta, we want a crisp white wine that's going to complement the citrus flavors while also cutting back just a little bit on the sharpness of that feta to bring everything together, making a very well-rounded meal. So common examples for this crisp white wine to go with that Greek salad would be a Riesling or a Grunier Veltliner. And of course, if you have access to Greek wines in your area, explore that selection and pick out a bottle that catches your eye to go along with that Greek salad. Now, the third example is salads with seafood. So this could be fresh crab meat, cooked shrimp, some tilapia or other whitefish, or even some salmon. Now, when it comes to those first white seafoods that I mentioned, a white wine is going to go best with those. They typically are lighter in flavor when it comes to the protein, so you'll want something just as light and crisp, such as a Riesling, to go along with that salad. Now, salmon, on the other hand, because of its higher fat content, a Pinot Noir is going to be the better option to go with that salmon. It's going to cut back on the fattiness, bring out more of the flavor, and complement your salad as a whole. So remember, white is not always the best option for seafood or with salads. That Pinot Noir is going to be an excellent complement to the salmon on your salad. And last, let's look at a classic chopped salad where you'll have crisp greens, crunchy cucumber, juicy tomatoes, hard-boiled eggs, and shredded cheddar cheese. Now, all of these flavors are going to be well balanced on their own, but we want to have a wine that can stand up to those flavors without overpowering. Your best option with all of these fresh veggies is going to be a nice semi-sweet rosé. Now, rosé comes in various flavors, ranging from dry to sweet, so I encourage you to find something in the middle that matches your taste buds and is going to bring all of those flavors together in that chopped salad. So now that you know how to create the perfect wine pairing to go along with your next salad, let's create a simple meal plan to help you get dinner on the table faster. So there are 3 important tips to create your meal plan in minutes. Number 1 is to implement theme days. When you add theme days, not only does it help take the guesswork out of what's for dinner, but it also adds some creativity to help you get out of that recipe rut. Now, we all love Taco Tuesday, but sometimes it gets a little boring having tacos every single week. So change it up. You could have Meatless Monday, Travel Thursday, Stir Friday, Slow Cooker Saturday, and Super Sunday. Those are some of the favorite themes that we use in my kitchen. And when it comes to that ever popular Taco Tuesday, change it up with your leftovers. Now that leads us into tip number 2, which is to repurpose those leftovers. Get creative. So when you have that leftover taco meat, you can turn it into burritos, nachos, breakfast tacos. There are so many possibilities if you just dive into that creativity inside of you. And if you need a little boost, hop on Pinterest and scroll, but be sure to set a timer so you don't get too distracted. And number 3 is to incorporate family favorites. Now, this is especially important for those of you that have picky eaters. When picky eaters have those family favorite recipes that they love and enjoy, they're more likely to try something new on those theme days that you have created. Also, get them involved with the planning process. Pull your family, see which recipes they love, which ones they are tired of, and which ones they would like to change up. And have them create some of those theme days with you to pick out some recipes that they want to try. When they are involved in that planning process, They are more likely to eat the recipes, especially those new ones. Plus, it helps teach them skills to help them into their adult life when they're cooking on their own. And there you have it, a meal plan in minutes, ready to help you stress less in your kitchen and get dinner on the table faster. Now remember, healthy eating doesn't have to be complicated when you follow this simple formula. So if you're ready to have your meal plan done in minutes and have those balanced meals on the table fast every night, check out the links below for my favorite tools and resources. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on the next tip or trick shared right here inside my tasting room.